Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our show. This is, Latino Psychic Visions. This mug's for you, and whatever else you want to call it. The Knucklehead Show, whatever you want to call it. I am Roger Garza Sr. I am your host today, along with my wife, who's my producer, Faye Ewing Garza, and she's in the control booth right now. Am I doing okay, babe? Just wave your hand if I am. Okay. So, here we are. Today is the 10th. It's on Saturday, and we want to say good morning to, first off, our number one, I don't want to say fan, but our number one compadre, Jose Vasquez. Good afternoon or good morning to you. Herbie Lopez, good morning. Holly Orpin, good morning. Lisa Cantu, yes, you did make it in time. Good morning. Amanda, buenos dias, mi amor. Jennifer Olivares, good morning. And Jamie Cowell, good morning. Hi, James. Margot, hello, Margot. And to Doyle, I know Doyle's there too. Let's see. Want to say happy birthday to anybody who's celebrating a birthday today? Because I'm not. A lot to talk about, though. A lot of things have happened that I predicted that were going to come out. Boom, they did. Denise, good morning, good morning. Good morning to all our dear friends up in Grafton, North Dakota. And we're hoping to make it up there. We really are. The blast that I talked about came out. What else? I think it was another airplane crash or something. Just goofy things are happening. And what's happening in Newark, New Jersey right now is something I predicted back in 2009. Man, I gotta get a haircut. Hi, everybody. I was supposed to do it yesterday, and Wednesday. I went Wednesday, and it was closed. And I think they closed Tuesday or something like that because of the Papa. I don't know. So I don't know what happened. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. No, I am going the right way. As Jose says, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe, the little bell, so that you're on, you know when we're on. Hi, honey. My daughter Maria's on, everybody. Yes, and we want to give our big condolences out to our dear friend Amanda Ward, whose mom passed this week. Mi amor, you know I have you in my heart. But here we are today. Lisa, I don't know if you're over here on that page or both or what, but good morning to you over here on my page. Mary Lasea, good morning. You had to pull for the bed. Okay. We'll let you have that one, Joe. Okay? We also want to say good morning to... Oh, Mary's over here now. Alicia Olivares, good morning. I looked into those bracelets, Alicia, and still they said they're back ordered. So when they get here or when I get them, I guess. Anyway, we hope everybody had a good week. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and we will not be playing music tomorrow because we're going to be with Mama and try to have a good time. Yes, let's please keep Tina Cantu in our prayers, okay? She's one of our buddies that came over here. But right now, the first half hour, as you know, we always say good morning to everybody that comes in. So that I don't know. Lisa, is Tina okay? Amanda wants to know. So if you could post something up there. Who's dinging me? Peppa's not on the show. She's over here. If you're on the show, Peppa, I cannot see you. You got to get either on YouTube or on my page because it's not showing up at all. You are on my Facebook Messenger. And like they say, eso no vale. Yes, today is Mother's Day in Mexico, La Tierra. Good morning, Nancy. Oh, there you are. Now she's over here. Okay. Good morning, Peppa. Good to see you. As we used to say down in San Antonio, get on the eye. And that means, who's there? Oh, Tina has pneumonia, folks. We're going to pray for Tina Cantu. She had pneumonia. I've been there. That is nasty. I want to go through that again. Oh, there's my daughter Cameo. Hi, honey. No more Chili Willy or what's going on? We don't even know. You don't let us know nothing. Okay, she's in the hospital and is getting a round of antibiotics to hopefully get rid of this. Yeah, that's what I had to get. When I had mine, it was nasty. Oh, poor little Chico. Everybody pray for my daughter's dog. His name is Chico. He's a good dog. I used to walk in the house and go, Chiquilines, Chiquilines. And he knew it was me. Don't want nothing to happen to him, not yet. Everybody still got time. It's like when the papa went in the hospital, and I said, nope, it's not his time yet. My daughter says, good morning. Chico is nearing the rainbow. He's disoriented and possibly had a stroke. Please pray. Pray for little Chicolines. Chico. And right now I got our two brats under cushions. You know, the whole thing is I can't do nothing. When they know I start setting up for the show, they get really excited and they know. So we got to put the cushions here in the kitchen with, so they can be on the show with us. Good morning, Jody McCloskey. Good morning, Kathy Little. Good to see you on, dear. The Bodias. Good to see you on. Now, like usually I take a half hour to say good morning to everybody, but I might just do 1:45, and that's it. Get out of everything. But a lot of you that watched the show last week, you know I made predictions, and those predictions came out. And they are still talking now, more so, that they're worried about the volcano that's under Oregon right now. It's churning, they said. So hopefully the people in Oregon would be safe, you know. We don't know. The thing I talked about the I talked about on the show last week about California sinking into the ocean. They talked about that. The seismologists are talking about that now. If you look up California, just look up, go to Google California, the big one, and you can read all about it there. Jose says he has a Chihuahua called Chicaron. Well, I named ours, the one we have, I call him Pinguini because a pinguino is a penguin that waddles. Well, he waddles with 4 legs, so I call him Pinguini. Right, Dad? Okay, in Tennessee, they had an earthquake, 3.5. I'm telling you, folks, this has to do a lot with fracking, believe it or not. And Knucklehead wants to start drilling. No, all you're doing is creating air pockets. And I watched the deal that they were talking about methane gas, which is under the ground. And now there are places that the water will start on fire. You know, that it's crazy. Yes, it's very crazy, but it happens because there's methane gas in the water. And this is why I said before in 2009 when I did my radio show, I said they're going to contaminate the water. Well, keep on drilling and see what happens. I'll tell you. Yes, we're glad that we have an American Pope, but he should have came from another place, because all we're going to hear is now is the Pope. Instead of the Bears, it's the Pope. But it's good that he's American. But apparently he wasn't to someone's liking, and the Republicans, they wanted this different guy in there. But remember what the Rolling Stones had recorded, that song, you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. So, here we are today. A lot of things coming up. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Today, right now in Mexico, the land of my great grandfather, it's Mother's Day down there. And tomorrow we're going to celebrate me and my honey. And you know, a lot of mothers, they like flowers, they like candy, and all that other stuff. I said this before. If you're going to do anything for Mother's Day, don't bring candy, don't bring flowers, don't bring wine. Bring eggs, okay? A pack of 36, bring it to Mama. Because the price of eggs right now, let me tell you, eggs would really help. But here we are. And you know, there's people that are asking why I'm not on Wednesdays. If you remember, I had a stroke not too long ago, so I have to cool it. I can't keep going hard like I was doing. I got to take it easy. No, Amanda, our neighbors have chickens. They just bought some little chickens. They made a coop and everything. And I'll tell you, it is a full-time job having chickies. You can let them run out in the yard and all that. When it starts getting around 5 o'clock, you open up the door and they go right to their thing. Boop, and go to sleep. But if you have a rooster, the slightest little light, they could be 3 in the morning. You turn on the light to go to the bathroom. Boom, they start. Roo, roo, roo. Yeah, toilet paper and paper towels would be great to bring to mama too. That's a good one. I like that. Now, thank you, Peppa, for reminding me. If you remember correctly, folks, I said stock up on food, stock up on water, stock up on necessities that you will need. You only have so much time left, and then the shelves are going to be bare. So you have to, you really have to stock up on canned goods and dry goods, stock up on aspirin, alcohol, stuff like that you need to survive. Another one, I've said flashlights, candles, because the electrical grid is going to go out. I'm telling you right now, I know this. I've also talked about the water. I said stock up on water. It's going to run low, I'm telling you. Yes, everybody, this is what my wife wants for Mother's Day. Not eggs, not flowers, not wine, not chocolates, nothing. She wants a head trimmer. Go figure. I don't know, but that's my wife. And some flowers to plant. Goofy, but it is. Randy Secord, how you doing, my friend? But anyway, getting back. You folks, I'm telling you, because I've seen this. I seen this back in 2009 when I was on the radio, and I said, the shelves are going to be bare, no food, no nothing. And the guy who was doing the board or producer per se, he covered up the mic. He goes, "Buddy, do you know what you're saying?" I said, "Yeah, I see it." He goes, No. Yeah. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "They're going to attack the electrical grid, which is happening all over, I guess." I also said there will be a cyber attack. I said, and if you have money in the bank, get some out so you can survive. I said, because if you go to the bank, it's going to read zeros because they're going to hit the banks. And the main banks that I said was Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. So if you have money in the bank, go draw some out so you can survive, okay? You think the price of things right now are high, they're going to go higher. All right? Don Varela, good morning. Good to see you. I also said this. There's people that want to go buy electric cars. Well, that's well and good. But if they attack the electrical grid, hello? And then they say, well, I'll go get a gas car. Well, that's good. You better fill it up before anything happens. Because once the electrical grid goes out, how's the pump going to work to get the gas up? Use your head. I see all of this stuff way before it happens. And there's things I don't like to see, but I see them, okay? But stock up on everything you can. I remember when we were younger and we used to get what they called the commodities. Well, they had powdered eggs in a can. And all you had to do was mix them with milk or water and boom, automatic eggs. It all depended on what you were making, you know. But I'm telling you, folks, you need to stock up. And you heard it first on this show. I've been saying this since 2009, and the things that I have been saying are finally coming out. People say, well, when's it going to happen? Next week? No, I don't know. Whenever they decide to do what they're going to do, it's going to happen. What the heck is that? Okay. So, trust me. That's all I can say is trust me. You don't have to listen to me, okay? But I know what I see. I know what I've been seeing. I predicted so many things that have come out. I can name you a bunch of them. I've helped people throughout the 21 years that I've been a psychic medium. I've helped a lot of people and things that were coming for them, like my friend that had the heart attack. I told her, hey, Primo, this is my cousin, Ernest De Leon. I'm here, Prim. I'm still doing it. I'm waiting for Georgie Rivas, Henry Rivas, and George Alejandro to come on because they know about the show and they know what I do. Sandra Dole, good morning. Carol Amerio, good morning. And I've been saying this, Primo, listen to what I say. Well, you don't have to, but I'm your cousin, so I wouldn't lie to you. But I've been telling people since I've been under KEDA radio, when I used to do my shows back in 2009 to 2011, I told the people, please, please stock up on food, stock up on canned goods, stock up on dry goods, stock up on water, aspirin, batteries for flashlights, candles, because everything is going to just go, and that's it. I had said that the planes would be grounded. This is back in 2009. And look what's happening in Newark. I didn't know that the controllers were going to take a hike. I didn't know that. A lot of stuff is happening that I had predicted back then. And here it is now. Let me see what my cousin says. Sorry, I haven't been in contact, man. I have the lens in this eye and in this one now. So I know what you're going through, Preem. Okay, they're advising us to get supervisions. And you're right, if it didn't have any. Yeah. Look at him. Amanda's getting it right now because she's across the pond. Everything that I've been saying since back in 2009, nobody believed me. They said, you're nuts. The banks never crash. Really? The planes, they got to fly. How the plane's going to... I said, they're going to come falling out of the air. Nah, that'll never happen. Hello? I said, they're going to contaminate the water. Nah, they got the water under control. No. Oh, really? Okay. I said, we're going to have an electrical grid like it's just going to go out. No, that'll never happen. Well, let me tell you something, folks. And I know there's people in Austin, Texas that remember this. There was an apartment complex that when the grid went out, it was in the wintertime, and the pipes froze, and there was water leaking all over the apartment complex. They had, I don't know if they knocked that place down or what they did, but it was no good anymore. It was too much water contamination, in the walls. So they ended up getting mold and all that stuff. It happened. It truly happened. The grid went out. They said it was an overload. But in that same time frame, there were knuckleheads, I want to say, shooting at the powers, the big old power generators, so they would go out. And I thought, what are you doing? Why are you being so stupid? But you can't control our people. Like Forrest Gump said, you can't fix stupid. That's it. But it was that way. And this is why I say, folks, it never hurts to have more than what you need. Okay? Because little by little, and I'm telling you, and people thought I was stupid when I said this. I said there might come a time, I don't want to see it happen, not for any of us. I said, but there might come a time where you truly will eat dog food. The chunky ones, the dry ones. And people look, nah, you crazy, man. Really? I said, they used to call me crazy back when I did my radio show. I said, and everything that I said came out. And then after that, they respected me. It took that for them to see that I was real about what I said. And then they would come up to me, Mr. Garza, what do you see? What do you see? I'm busy right now. You didn't care about them. Now you want me to tell you everything. And I walked away. At that time, I didn't know that I was supposed to serve regardless of what, but now I do. But there were people making fun of me. I had to play music the same night I did the show during the morning. I had to go play music at night. And people were laughing at me and making fun of me. And I just said, in Spanish, I said, van a ver, which means you're going to see. And after that, I remember one guy, I wish I could find him. Man, Mr. Trevino. If anybody, I know there are a lot of Treviños, but this man came to the house and he said, Mr. Garza, he goes, I want you to know, he said, we listen to your show every week. He said, and we went out and did what you said. He said, and we have a lot of water in our garage. And I went, oh, I'm sorry, is the roof leaking? He goes, no. There's Georgie. I knew you would come, buddy. I just told my cousin Ernest De Leon. And I said, Henry got to come, George got to come, and Jorge Alejandro. But I told Mr. Trevino, I said, is your roof leaking? He goes, no. He goes, we stocked up on water, like you said. We have cases of water. And I said, good, because you never know when you're going to need that. And right now, folks, I'm telling you again, I said it back in 2009 and 2011. I did my show for 2 years. And I would say this, go get water, stock up on water, stock up on everything you need to survive. I said, buy those little big lighters, get a bunch of them, like a box of them, because you're going to need them to start the wood, the leña outside. So when you want to cook, when you want to keep warm, you're going to have that going. Hello, Brooks. Hello, Lupita. Good morning. Just stick in your mind, what do I need to survive? Okay, you're going to need aspirin. You're going to need alcohol in case you get a cut. You're going to need Band-Aids. Just everything. And you put those in those plastic containers that they sell. Dollar General has them for like $5. You put them in there and you just clamp and then get a Sharpie and write on the top what's in there. Okay? That way you have it. If you have a bank account, you have money in your savings, go draw some money that'll last you at least 6 months. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. Everybody here knows. Charcoal wood will work too, as long as you can cook with it. Okay? A wood stove, yes. God, I wish I had one again. But anyway, please get this stuff because it'll do you good. Okay? Number one, that, like I said, go get money out of the bank because the banks are going to be hit. They're doing it now overseas. The bank's going to be hit and your account will say zero, that you have no money in there. Take some of the money out so you can survive at least 6 months with it because you're going to have to buy things. The shelves at the store are going to be bare. I want to say by the end of June or July, the shelves are going to start being bare, bare, bare. And you'll say, no, they got a lot of stock and all that. Oh, really? How many people you think are in the world? How long do you think that is going to last? Okay, so you got to think of things like this because it's going to happen, folks. I'm telling you straight out, it's going to happen. Another thing I want to talk about, if those who looked at the topic today, the topic is two choices. You can go AI or you can do like Vincent Mann's wife Linda said, A1, the steak sauce. And I'm going to tell everybody, you heard it from me. You don't have to listen to me at all. But I'm telling you straight out, stay away from AI. Okay? Because right now, AI is taking over our plants where they do work. They're having, like the cars, if you look at the cars, the arms come down, they do the welding and all that. They're going to eliminate people. Okay? A lot of people are going to be out of work. So what are you going to do then? Well, he took my job. That ain't a he. That's a robot. Well, it took my job. Well, okay, what are you going to do? I'm going to go look for another job. Really? Go to another plant. See how many robots are in there. And then they're talking about having these robots that are like humans. It will like be a maid for you in your house and all that. What happens if they fizzle out up here and they go against you? You can't control that. This is why I'm saying, please, please, please stay away from AI for now. Now, Amanda, who's across the pond, says the shelves are bare in our town because they had a cyber attack. It's true. And I know I said this back in 2009. I said they're going to have a cyber attack and they're just going to cut everything off. They're going to control us, not we control them or we control us. No. I know who's doing it, and I'll put Russia in it. They're controlling it. Okay? And you'll say, well, how do you know this? Well, I'll tell you what, I seen it back then, it's happening now. Okay? And I don't want to get into politics, but somebody has Putin has an in per se in America, so it's sad. It's sad that we're going to be controlled. And you guys think I'm fooling. I'm not. I'm dead serious about what I say. They are going to control us. And I predicted this back then. I said, we're going to be, and I'm not joking when I say this. And I told people on the mic, I said, we're going to become communist America. And they said, you're full of. I said, well, maybe that's the case, but I know it's going to happen. And right now we can change things. And they are, thank God, they're doing all these protests and all that. It's good to see that. But I tell everybody, talk. Action is the main thing. Right now, we need to be as cautious as to how we use AI. Yes, it's true. It's almost unavoidable. Our show is monitored by AI. There you go. I don't know. I'll put it this way. If ever they take us off the air, you'll know why. I would rather let a human being control us than a machine. You know? I'm telling you, folks, I said this a long time ago, and some of you listened and watched the show. There's a movie out that Charlton Heston did. and they had a little cameo of Edward G. Robinson. The show is called Soylent Green. You can look it up, and it's there. And if you take that show and watch it, that show pertains to everything that's going to happen. It's right around the corner. Watch the show, I'm telling you. I know what I'm saying. Christopher James, how are you, my friend? So, a lot of people, that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Okay. I'll just go like this and go, after it happens, I'll go, well, was that right? That's a good way to put that, Brooks. Even if it's to save humanity for the greater good, yes. Folks, when I talk and I predict things and I say things to you, it's not for me. I already know what we have to face, me and my wife, and my kids and our kids. I know what's coming. I tell my kids, even my own kids, this and this and this is going to happen. Oh, Dad, it'll never happen. Just listen to me. My daughter Maria, who's on the show, she knows. She sees it too. My daughter Cameo, who doesn't tap in like she should, but it's there. What platform is what on, Dawn? AI is all around us. That's right, honey. Facebook, all the media. And I said this. This is what I said back then. I said the media is going to be controlled. What we watch on TV right now, get as much TV in as you can, per se, because they're going to control it. They're going to show us what they want us to see. And it's all propaganda. I don't know what platform done. All I can say is if you have a Roku or a Fire Stick, just go on search. Soylent, it's called Soylent, not Soylent. It's Soylent. Soylent Green. Oh, Christopher. Honey, can you put Christopher's thing up? Buddy, that's why I do the show, to help people, you know? My good friend, Pete Cerati said to me, says, you can't stop doing what you do. He said, you're the voice of the people. And I guess in a sense I am, because I bring things that I see. That's it, Don, right there. Things that I see way ahead of time before they come. You know, it's good. It's like they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And that's basically what I'm about. Now I'll put this one up. My daughter said this. Because here, let me give you a prime example. Take the Fox station. Fox for a long time was putting out everything that they told them to put out. You say this, you say that. Boom, boom, boom. Like they didn't have a mind of their own. Okay? Now, Rupert Murdoch apparently woke up or something. I don't know what, but they're backing off. They're trying to get rid of MSNBC. They're trying to get control ABC, CBS. What's the other one? Fox is another one. And I'm telling you, they're going to put on what they want us to watch. Don, I'm telling you, expect something that's going to shock you, but it's a good show. It really is. The show, once again, everybody, Soylent, Soylent, Soylent Green. and it stars Charlton Heston in it. It was done back in 1977. But you could take that show and pertain everything to now. Yeah, you're right, Harvey. But this is why I say, everyone, please stock up on goods. Stock up on things you're going to need to survive. And I'm talking household goods too. Aspirin, pain relief, cough medicine, stuff like that. Everything you can think of. But the main thing for sure, the little Bic lighters. Buy a box of them if you can. Because you're going to need them later on. Because you might have to burn wood. Remember that. Okay? Now moving on, let's I think it's time to go to work. It's past time to go to work. Don, let me say this. Mom is around you. Don, was there something that you guys did, you and Mom did, with like sage, but there's something else she's putting, a powder. I see like the leaves, the sage and everything like that, but then there's a powder that goes on top of it. I don't know what this is. So if you can write in, Dawn, and let me know. Amanda Ward, do you live by water, like the ocean or something? I hope you're away from it. That's part of it, but she puts a powder, some kind of powder or something. Dawn? How come there is no Mexican music? Because I'll tell you what, Lisa, I wish I could, but AI contacted me and like no music. And I said, I'm just putting whatever's on, the channel. But I cannot do anybody else's music unless I get verification from them, from the artists themselves. Yeah, we have a cat and the 2 dogs, so when I sage around the house, I got to be extremely careful too. Our 1 dog, Max, he starts sneezing all the time. Amanda, I keep getting water by you, like a stream. So I'm going to say this. If it starts to rain, dear, if it rains, okay? Watch where the water stream is going, so it's away from your house. I would say, like, I don't know if you live on a hill or if it's leveled or whatever, but I would say get like a tractor that's got a bucket and go dig a path away from your house so the stream goes the other way. Because I see all this water gushing in. And I will be praying for you, dear. Sandra Dole, who's the man? I'm going to say him, a little bald right here, a black suit with a black tie. white shirt, like sideburns, and black framed glasses. Honey, he almost looks like Mr. Thel. Hello, Belinda. Good morning. You're a doctor of spirit. Okay. Is it up, honey? Let me see. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I got to be careful with that, Sandra, because, right away I can be sued and all this other garbage. But yes, I tell everybody, I'm not a doctor, number one, but I know what I see. And I've helped a lot of people that way. David Barnett, buddy, we had a mix up on the mics. Because we got a mic that plays drums, we got a mic that's a bass player, but it's not your brother. Your brother retired because he said he lost his hearing. Just so you know. And it's sad because he's an excellent bass player, excellent singer too. Rosa Ibarra, good morning. Alicia, I'm going to say it this way. He's not at peace yet because he doesn't know where he's going. Okay? Yes, he talked to his dad. Yes, he talked to the brother-in-law, or the brother, but he's not. It's like, well, you need to go get your papers. It's like going to college per se. That's the way I seen it when I looked at it. It's like going to a college, being assigned your room and all that stuff. It's crazy, but that's the way it is. Well, Herbie, we both had him. We both had Mr. Thel. He didn't like me. Nat, good to see you. I hope you're doing better. And there's my buddy Richard Dearden. Good morning. Good morning to you both. Richard, I've been talking about what I said about the cyber attack, about the food shortage, everything, the water, and I'm just trying to get people to stock up on everything. Because eventually, folks, your stores will have bare shelves. There will be nothing to sell. And I'm wondering how long it's going to take for places to go out of business because of it. And I'm talking restaurants, I'm talking stores, I'm talking hardware stores, everything you could think of that we function with is going to come to a halt. And if you remember correctly, I had said back then, I said we will be able to ride bicycles on the freeway because the traffic is going to come to a halt. Well, it's kind of like, Sandra, it's kind of like going to college. That's the way when I did a reading for a couple, or for this lady, and her mom and dad came through. And when I looked up like that and I saw the whole compound, it was like a fenced-in college, real big college. So, it all depends on what, like if they want to study this or when they're going to go do this. It's really, man, I wish I could get somebody to paint the picture that I saw. Because while I was doing the reading, this is the lady I told you guys about. While I was doing the reading, they were leaning up like a rock wall. It was made of rock, okay? Hello, Teresa. And they were leaning up against this wall, and here comes the Lord. And he went like this, enough. And I just like, caught me like that. The lady that I was reading for was yelling my name, Mr. Garza, Mr. Garza. And I was like out there. Finally, I heard her voice, and I went, what? She goes, are you all right? I went, yeah. She goes, she said, excuse me for saying that, but you seem like you seen a ghost. And I told her, no. I told her exactly how I saw the Lord, everything. She goes, oh my God. She made the sign of the cross. And I said, you know what? I said, let me give you back your money. She goes, no. She goes, I should be paying you more. She said, I can't believe, and this is the way she told me. She said, I'm blessed to be in your presence. She said, you seen the Lord? And he said, enough. She said, I'm blessed to know you. And she grabbed my hand and she kissed my hand. I went, like, why are you doing that? Don't do that. She goes, no, I'm going to tell everybody. She goes, you keep the money. She said, and at that time I was only charging $40. And then she says, you keep the money. She says, and I'm going to tell everybody about you. And she did. She told 10 more people, which was nice for me. But okay, Rosa wants to say, what's wrong with my knee? It has been hurting for several days now. You need, Rosa, now listen to me. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a chiropractor, but you need to lay on the bed and have somebody grab you under the heel and on top of the foot and kind of jerk it out. It'll pop back in place because that's what's wrong. It's like jammed and you got to unjam it, okay? Okay, Richard, yeah, we know about the Tennessee earthquake. Oh, it was 6 minutes ago, 4.1 now, okay. Richard says, I think we're going to have a big recession and a major housing downfall. Yes, sir, there's going to be a lot of people that will be homeless. Nora Gutierrez, good morning. If you lose your job, number one, okay, how are you going to pay your mortgage? They tried to attack Social Security. They're still not done yet. So don't think you're in the, in cleared up in the woods or whatever. It's still, there's so much junk happening right now. Linda Willard, good morning. I said this a long time ago. The Constitution says we the people have to wake up. I for one don't like what's going on, but I'm one person. Me and my wife, we're two people. But you have to say something. They're never going to know anything if you don't start saying something. Loretta Lewis, good morning to you. Let's see. You could, here's the thing. Sandra, you could write your life script, yes. But who's going to see it? I've got poems that I've written that I know are damn good poems. But who's going to see it? So, the whole thing is, folks, Loretta, why am I getting your throat? I'm like, hard to clear your throat, coughing. It's like closing. This is for Loretta Lewis. Did you go through something like the flu or something? Did it close your throat, choking, coughing a lot? Teresa, there's somebody by you, a man with curly, wavy hair, who I'm going to say had like a denim shirt on with a brown vest. This is how I see him. His hair kind of light brown. There's my friend Peter. I was just talking about you when you told me I was the voice of the people. That's why I continue to do the show because of you. You inspired me to do this more. Actually, gotta go pee pee. But it's good to see you, my friend. Carnalito. Okay. Excuse me, folks. I gotta let Maxie out. Ay. Come on, bring it. Let's go. Dale. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Teresa says I fell down some stairs April 9th. You got a concussion, maybe had a stroke. Can you feel anything that maybe I did? Here's what I'm getting, Teresa. As you're going down, like a quick jolt of your foot, like a misstep per se, and that's why it happened. There, Loretta Lewis, coughing and runny nose. She's had problem with sinuses. Well, I get that it's choking your throat too. Don't let that go on, all right? Stay on top of that. Why am I getting your wrist up to the elbow? Right here, I get pain. It's either on this side or in the middle, on the inner side. But I'm getting pain from starting from the wrist, going up to the elbow. And I don't say it's both hands, I say it's only one. Excuse me again, folks. Right, there. Just bear with me, everybody. I don't have a makeup artist or nothing like that. So, okay, here we are. Ay. Loretta, for your sake, please stay on top of it because it could turn into something more like pneumonia and that, you know, because the infection that's here can end up in here. So please be careful. Because like I say, I am not a doctor, but I know what I see. And a lot of times the spirits will take me to that section of your body that's bad. And if they say it, then it's got to be something. Rosa, why am I seeing tears? Did somebody pass, Rosa, not too long ago that you're still feeling the effects of? Or somebody's going to, because I'm getting tears of sadness. This is for Rosa Ibarra. Georgia, are you still with me? A lot of times my friends come on, I say hello to them, boom, they get off. And I go, what's he with? Did we get an answer back from Rosa? Nope. Anyway, I see what I see, okay, everybody? And please don't condemn me because of what I see. I just want to help all I can, okay? Teresa, did you note the man that I sent is there in spirit at your house? He got curly, wavy hair. He's wearing like a blue denim shirt with a brown leather vest. Carol and Mario, is there some kind of picture? I'm going to say like a painting. Either a painting you did or a painting you're doing. Somebody's admiring it from the other side. That's why I'm talking about it. Yeah, Richard, she's giving him the treat. Dawn says she can hear puppy paws. That's the boys. Vanessa Charles, how you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. Anyway, good to have you on the show. Carol, they're talking about a painting. I don't know if you did it, if it's on your wall. I don't know if you're doing one now, but they are talking about the painting. They are admiring the painting. I don't know if it's a self-portrait because I'm seeing one particular head in there, you know? It isn't a bunch of people. Well, there's another friend of mine down in Austin, Texas. Hey, Johnny. Good to see you, my friend. Johnny Martinez, for those who don't know, Johnny Martinez is a very well-known singer, producer, songwriter, composer, and a lot of you remember his father, Anselmo Martinez. Well, this is Johnny, the boy. And Johnny and I are good friends. Good to see you, Carnal. I don't know who told you, but I get George Rivas, I get Henry Rivas, I get George Alejandro, my cousin Ernest De Leon. I get a lot of musical friends on, you know. Yes, Richard, we said Happy Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day in Mexico, Richard. Today. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Carol says it was a portrait of a woman. Well, for some odd reason, they're admiring it. They're saying there's more stuff in. This is wild. Because they're telling me there's more things in the picture if you really look at it. Hello, Jennifer. Right now, so you know, Jennifer, the brother right now is, it's like he's trying to find his spot. Okay? He's not settled in yet, as you could say. Honey, there's Stu. There's our buddy Stu.
Hi, Stu.
Good morning, sir. And this is the kind of things, too, that I would like to do at my church, you know? I would love to talk to people, preach to them, read for them, all at one time in our church. Okay, this is what Carol says about the painting. That's cool. She was sitting in a room looking out of the window. Okay, and this is why they're telling me there's more things than just the lady. Okay. but they are admiring it from the other side. Thank you for letting everybody know that. Nora says, I just wanted to tell you a long time ago you mentioned one of my grandkids was sick and we didn't know how to keep an eye out and ended up finding that he is sick. He's got liver disease. Have they gone to see a specialist yet, Nora? Because here's the thing, I see the liver, but I also see like it wants to go up. The infection wants to go up. And they have to contain that. Thank you, Carol. That's very nice. Thank you. Okay. I would say this. I'm not a doctor, okay, but make sure that the little boy drinks a lot of water. I don't want him drinking like milk. For now, he needs to like flush it, per se, flush the system. He needs like the liver's like a filter, so he needs to clean the filter, and that's with water. I just wanted to thank you for letting me know before we even knew anything. Well, Nora, that's why this comes in, my third eye. And that's why I do what I do every weekend, I was doing it too many shows and then playing music too bad. So I had a stroke. I had to cut it down per se. So now I'm just doing Saturdays, okay? I'm on every Saturday now, folks. Every Saturday. And I do what I do, Nora, because there's also something, either it's about his ankle or a little girl's ankle. I'm getting an ankle right now. And it's crazy. Let me show you how, or tell you how it works. I go to the little boy that I had talked about earlier, about the kidney or the liver and all that. And then from him, I follow out of his foot. And I ended up getting somebody replacing him, like a little girl, and I get the ankle. It's like following the road. And all of this, believe it or not, Nora, comes off of you. And don't ask me how I do it, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I've been blessed to have this third eye. I've been blessed to have this gift. So when you folks come on, I try to help you the best I can. I really do. I put my heart and soul in everything I do for you folks. And when I say something, it's because they want you to know. It's like they're telling me, we're looking at a so-and-so. Tell them to do this. We're looking at her, whatever. Tell her to do this. Like, I forgot who it was. I just said, are you smoking? And they wrote back, yes. I said, they're telling me for you to stop smoking because I see a black line. When I see that black line, folks, that black line to me is the beginning of cancer. Remember that. To everybody else, there are different readers that read differently than I do. I'm more precise. I try to give you names. I try to zone in on exactly where the problem is. Okay? Okay, Richard says, Nora, you're welcome. You're going down the yellow brick. Yeah, I am. Margot, why am I picking up Doyle's the top of his foot? I'm picking up the top of, I want to say his left foot. I don't know why I'm going there, but I'm going to the left foot. Richard, are you by chance diabetic or something? Because they're showing me that there's something about salt, like you're taking in too much salt. And Pedro, I don't know if you're still with me or not, but I still got from the wrist to the elbow. Something's wrong with the arm. Teresa Polis, I'm still waiting to hear about this guy that I pick up in spirit. Borderline, okay. Cut down on the salt, buddy, because they're showing me you taking a lot of salt. Jennifer and Alicia and whoever else is in the family. Your brother's telling me when he comes, you're going to hear this knock. Remember this knock. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? When you hear that knock, he's there. And you can go to the door, open up the door, nobody will be there. He's in the house, acknowledge him. Okay? But I get 1, 2, 3, 1. Don't ask me how I do it. I do it. I am still waiting to hear from Teresa, from my friend Pete, from Rosa. Alicia, do you know what he's talking about when he says the key? Your son's talking about a key, something about a key. So keep that in mind. Okay, Doyle says what? Let me get down to it. See, I got this thing in my way. He has had problems with it. Okay. They're telling me to tell him either get water pills or cut down on salt also. Herbie Lopez. Buddy, are you having problems with burping? Because they're showing me, Herbie, now listen. They're showing me something, either something that you ate that went bad, because I'm in your stomach, okay? And I'm getting green in your stomach, a light yellowish green. That is an infection, buddy. So if you're burping a lot, you need to start drinking more water. You need to clean all that out. Where's my buddy at? I gotta see. There. Christopher, I know what you're going through right now, but have they ever said anything about one of your lungs? Because I'm seeing something in a lung. I'm checking, like I do every time, everybody. I am checking names. Bien nomás, ahí está el little brother. ¿Qué pasó, little brother? Sam López, mi amigo allá de Alamo, Texas. All the way from Alamo, Texas, everyone. My buddy Sam. ¿Y cómo está la prima? Herbie, remember what I said, buddy. Stay on top of that. Clean it out. Well, what do you know? Hello, Mary. Where's the old man at? I know he's probably with you. I know Rue. And how's JoJo doing? Doyle, you're welcome, buddy. One day, Doyle, just pray, because we want to go up there. Yeah, I would say so, Herbie. But I see it's like a, oh God, I don't have anything that color. It's not a dark green, it's a light yellowish green. Kind of like behind me, if you can see up there. You know, and last week, if you remember, folks, I saw something from Paul Francis about his heart, but I don't know if anybody told him. I hope they did. Jamie, my friend Jamie. Oh, sweetie, they're telling me for you to get more active because I'm going to your heart. I'm seeing the blood flow is getting slow. So do what you can if you can walk around. Okay? Amanda, I hope you're still with us, and I hope you heard what I said about the water flow. Good morning, Denise. Is Mom around you by some chance? Pamela Olson, well, what do you know? Look what the cat dragged in. Good morning to you, dear. It's been a while. Denise, is Mom around you? I see something's bugging Mom. I don't know what it is, but it's bugging her. Almost to the point where she's going to cry about it. If it hasn't started, it will. Something will like affect her the wrong way or something. Or something has. Honey, what's the latest comment? Can you put it up there? Amanda had to leave? Okay, needed rest. All right. Yeah, well, biocolor to me, Carol, is dark. This is a light green. Almost yellowish greenish, you know? It's at the beginning stages per se. Because then it turns brown and that's the bio. Okay, let me see what's Chris saying. Thank you, everyone, for your thoughts and prayers. My doctor said yesterday the cancer is in my liver lung have shrunken tremendously. Thank the Lord, including the nodules in my lung. Doctor is very satisfied, and so are we, buddy. So are we. Thank you, Lord Jesus. That's why they took me to your lung. We'll go to my friend Holly. Holly, you grew a beard. Are you doing any kind of writing? I think we talked about this before, Holly. Here's what they're telling me. I don't know if you did this in the past. Like either you wanted to or you did like a children's book. They're talking about you doing it again. What you've experienced and what you could experience, in the future. They want you to write about that. Joni McCloskey. It's a small child, so I'm going to go with a grandchild. Do you have a grandchild that's sick right now? If so, I want them to stay on top of whatever it is. Okay? Because here's how I'm getting it. Like if it was the stomach, it's pulsating. Boom, 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 like that. I want them to stay on top of whatever it is. Zach. Does Zach have a last name? Remember what I said, Joni, okay? Please write it down. If somebody gets sick, one of the grandkids. Hi, Roger. First time on your collective. Keep missing your broadcast. While I'm here every Saturday, I start at 10:30 in the morning Central Standard Time, and we usually go to 12 or 12:30. It all depends how good I'm going or whatever. How would I say that word? Insanity? Is that what that's supposed to be? I'm a psychic medium of 21 years, over 21 years, Zach. So I come on the shows and I look at people's names. This is why I always ask for a full given name at birth. And I look at that name. And if you have a picture, even better. Because I look at that and I go inside your body. I check things out. I see what's coming on your road. And I let people know. And a lot of people that are on right now, this is why they come on the show, because the stuff I tell them. It's not picking on them. It's being forewarned. And like I just said earlier, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Debbie Grell, I didn't see your name, dear, but I see it now. Who's the little girl that's crying? There's a little girl that's crying. I'm going to say ages about 9 to 12. It's kind of like a whiny crying, But I'm picking up this girl. Sometimes she wears her hair in pigtails. Not ponytail, pigtails. Sandra, thank you very much for saying that. But this is what I do. Now, we talked about the picture. Carol, I want you to study the picture. Oh, you did the painting. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to say, Carol. This picture that you did of your friend, did he live in another town, a small town? Because they're taking me, it's like the Western days. They're taking me to this little town. Stop. They're taking me to a little town, and it's like they're going back in time. That's odd. Please write it down, Debbie. It's a girl with she wears pigtails every now and then. I'm gonna go with the age of 9 to 12. Could be a little bit more, could be a little less. I don't know, but I'm in that area of 9 to 12. There's something that bugs her that she's crying about, and it's like a whiny cry, like that. Okay, and don't ask me to do that again. San Mateo. Okay, was that a small town where that guy came from? Debbie Grell is also a man, a tall, thin man. Bald, has hair on the sides here. He's got to be at least 6'1", 6'2" in that area, but he's tall and thin. And I'm going to say he's there in spirit. I don't know who this is, but he's with you. Boy, settle down. No, I want to keep going. What? At least another 15 minutes. Right when I'm hot, you got to stop me. Linda Purcell, I didn't see you, dear. Good morning. Yes, Chris, please pray to Saint Archangel Saint Michael, okay, but also Saint Raphael. He is the medicine saint. Those guys are always with me. Remember that I don't know how it started out, Carol. I don't know how the town started, but let's see, maybe it's this person, whoever it is, comes from a small town. It's like they're taking me back in time to how the town started, per se. Because I see dirt roads, like you can walk in the town and it's dirt. There's posts for like a porch. Some of them are on the ground and they go up. They look like a tree stump, but they're real thin, maybe about 5 inches thick. But it's odd why they take me there. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go back to Zach. Where's his name at? So many people on here. Zach, I'm going to tell you this. If you're supposed to go on a trip, buddy, I would postpone it. I would not go when it's scheduled. Something's wrong. And if you have any questions at all, Zach, ask the people that are on this show. They'll tell you it's real. So if the spirits tell me hold off, it's hold off. I don't know who this is, but I'm picking up this is a female. And in your family, somebody is going to have a baby. They're expecting. So if you have a daughter who's expecting, if you're expecting, something like that, or a granddaughter expecting, I don't know. Yeah, Carol, to me it sounds like the Old West, and it's weird how I got it though. Maybe it is San Mateo in the beginning. I don't know. Thank you, Jose. I need 4 things, Zach. I need a picture of you that shows your face because I read eyes. I need your full given name at birth, where you are from, and where you live now. That's all I need. I do not need your birthday. Mira nomás. ¿Qué pasó, Pachito? Let me get some real tacos. Oye, por favor. Mira, la cosa es, me pasó otro stroke, tú. So no puedo ir lejos, como quien dice. Aquí cerquita nomás. Y poco a poco estoy haciendo lo que puedo hacer. ¿Ok? Pero gracias por la invita, pero a ver si un día eso, no sé, nos caigamos por ahí. Lástima que no tienes tu troca aquí, en este pueblo. Hombre, te haces garras con el dinero. Okay, well, leave her alone. Thank you, my friend. Here's the thing, I always tell everybody this. When I say what I say for you, it's for your health, not for mine. You know, I already know what I have to do for myself and my wife and our families. Okay? When you guys come on the show, you're reaching out to me. And if I see your face, your name, everything, then I can tell you. There's stuff that everybody has something that pops off them. It's an attachment. It never fails. And every week there's somebody different. I never know. Carol, are you making a homemade cake? They're telling me about a cake. Christopher, does your female friend still come over to see you, buddy? There's somebody that comes over. It's a girl with short hair, like not long hair, but I'm gonna stay short. If you can, and you could post her name, it would help me because I'm getting something for her. You go ahead and try it, girl, because they're telling me about a cake. By the way, I want to say happy fishing to all you fishermen out there. If you're on your boat and you're watching the show, I'll be surprised. Her name is Brittany. Okay. I'm going to tell Brittany to please be careful from her right knee down to her foot. Okay? I don't know if she gets wet, if she runs into a table or something, but I'm seeing it going down. Oh boy. Well, I guess kind of wrapping it up. But anyway, Zach, you got to see how I operate. I don't know you. I don't know half these people that are on. I want to know them. This is why, Zach, I want to have my own church. And I wish someday it'll happen. I will have my own church and people will come to the church. And I will be able to preach what I want to preach, say things to people that I want to say, and read for them as I go through the pews, per se. As I shake people's hands, I will get something. Everything. But that's really what I want in life now, is to have my own church. And I don't know, the Lord hears me, the universe hears me, and I know I'll have it. There's not a doubt. And when I win the lottery or whatever I win, some of you people I'll be able to fly in. I'll say, come and stay at our house or our apartment thing that we have. We have extra rooms in our church. Come and stay with us. Spend the weekend. Lisa and all her relatives, all her sister and everything. Who has it? Lisa, Amanda, I think Mary. Who else? But I'll tell you what, we had a great time. Really great time. We sat around. I read for them. We took pictures. We went out to eat. Everything. There you go, Carol. See? Christopher, I would like for you to tell Brittany, and I mean this, if you can grab her by the lapels and just say, I really want to thank you from the heart for all you've done for me and all you're doing for me. She needs to know this. Apena, Joe. For right now, Joe, I don't see it. But if it comes, later on today, because I'll have you on my mind. If it comes later on today, bingo, I will call you or text you. All right, buddy. But please let her know how you feel, okay? She needs to know that. It's like kind of like a attaboy, but let her know that you're very grateful. Randy, one day the good Lord will shine the light on me and I'll have my church just the way I want it. I already have what they call, I think it's a monstrous or something like that. It's this tall. It's gold, and it's where you put the Holy Eucharist in there. I have that already. I bought one. Costed some money, but I got it. I want to have that in my church. And I want people to be able to light candles, have a spot to pray, everything. God bless you too, dear. Thank you. Yep, CV was there too. I forgot about her. She doesn't come on anymore. But maybe now little Amanda wants to come, huh? That would be cool. So anyway, folks, I guess Mama's telling me to get off, so I want to thank you all for being here. Please, more than anything, you guys are seeing all this in the United States. The hatred thing is coming back. We have to eliminate that. Love, love, love. I keep saying it. And the only way I can tell you is this. When you finally go to the other side, and if you're lucky enough like me to come back, you're going to see that it's nothing but love over there. There's a couple shows that are out. You should be able to get them on your Roku. It's called Life After Death and Life After Life. Watch that show, those two shows. Another one that I enjoyed watching was Coffee with God. And another one that said Letters to God. Then if you watch those shows, the tears will come to your eyes, believe me. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, everybody. I know, Kathy. Okay, Lisa and Kathy are already on me. Okay, we'll get it. Thank you, Sandra. This is what Sandra says. Thank you very much. This is what Kathy says. And this is what Lisa says. So, I got to get out of here. Blessings to you all. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Sorry. But happy Mother's Day to everyone. We are not playing music tomorrow. I'm going to be with Mama all day. So take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves. If I told you something, I heed the warning that I told you. Go. If I said go do this, go do that. Don't play. Okay? I'm not God. I'm not a doctor, nothing. But I will say, when I say I'm not God, I told you guys, I write them down. I have received 3 messages from San Metatron, and I never looked it up until last week. Saint Metatron, it says, is little God, and it says the voice of God, and I heard 3 messages. So with that, everybody, please take care. Pray for everybody. Remember what I said, stock up on water, food, everything you need. Survival. Think survival. If you don't have an axe and you have trees in your area, little trees, buy an axe so you can chop wood. If you have a potbelly stove, great, because you're going to need it to cook on. Because remember, when I was doing my radio show, a guy said, how are we going to survive? How are we going to know when this happens? I said, go home, turn off your electricity, and turn off your water. He said, well, then how will we live? I said, bingo. Learn. Learn how to survive. Stay away from AI, like I said. Don't use it yet. Because they will be controlling what we watch, what we hear, everything. And I'm just one person. You know, me and my wife are here to do the shows, and we're only doing what we can do as far as they'll let us. But anyway, from my heart to you folks, happy Mother's Day. Take care of yourselves. God bless you all. I will see you next Saturday. I think it's the 17th. Next Saturday at 10:30 Central Standard Time, 10:30 in the morning. For those in the UK, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Randy Secord, you're so welcome, buddy. Peppa, thank you. She says, great show as always. Love you guys. Happy Mother's Day, Faye. So with that, we got to get out of here. Remember, we still have cups. We have T-shirts still for sale. So whatever you need, let me know. Alicia, I will be checking in again this week to find out about the bracelets, okay? So with that, everybody, as we say every show, Love everyone you can on this earth. Let people know you love them right now because it's very important. There's a lot of people that are, I hate to say this, they're close to suicide. And if you ever get to that point, the phone number you want to call is 988. Just those three numbers, 988. That's the main number for the suicide. They'll help you all they can. There's qualified people on there, professionals. Me, I'm not a doctor. I just do what I do, okay? So please take care of yourselves. Let people know you love them while they're here and you're here. And we'll see you next week because we say every show, love everyone you can on this earth right now. Oh, Kitty did that. Because love is life and life is love. I know it. Been there. So take care of yourselves, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great Mother's Day for all you mothers out there. And we'll see you next week. God willing. God wants us to be here. We will be here. Take care. Bye-bye. See you later, Primo.